Hello, my name is Vivian Campbell,
And my name is Nguyen.
I'm Claire McDonald.
Silvia Tosolini.
I'm Daniya Utemisheva.
and we are Future Focus Insights, and we are so thankful to have gotten the opportunity to work with you, Dunkin, through this research process. We take pride in being highly skilled and experienced in conducting detailed research to guide large consumer brands such as Dunkin into new territories of growth, brand awareness, and engagement. Through analyzing your problems and questions, we have conducted detailed research to aid in Dunkin making data-driven marketing decisions. With that being said, let's dive into what we have discovered. From your management decision problem of whether to introduce healthier menu options, Future Focus Insights developed the research question, should Dunkin introduce a healthier product line based on these discussions? The development of this research question stemmed from how over the years, consumers have begun demanding healthier food options, as you've noticed. Consumers are more health conscious than ever. Dunkin needs to determine consumers' current perception of its menu and if consumers would be receptive to healthier options. Would a healthier product line be accepted by consumers and open the door for more customers, or would it be shut down with no interest from the public? At Future Focus Insights, we know that you believe that in your current target market, there's a wide range of consumers who would potentially be excited to try a healthier food alternative to the same foods they know and love. Our goal was to find data to qualify this belief.
We pulled the sampling frame for this study from our social media groups on Facebook and Reddit dedicated to Dunkin. When selecting our sample, we had to take into consideration the large amount of diversity found on social media. Most people have accounts on several different social media platforms, but not everyone happens to be active on each of them. We determined our potential population for this study is individuals who have purchased from Dunkin within the past 12 months. Individuals within all genders, ages, incomes, and US states/territories qualified. After this, we began researching several Facebook Reddit groups to find the ones that best represented our ideal population. We focused on groups that had several members, reaching the high thousands to ensure each potential survey responses. Our sampling frame ended up being the select few Dunkin fan base groups that fit our specific criteria. The sampling frame allowed us to directly target Dunkin consumers. We are also not a local marketing research firm and therefore do not have any Dunkin locations near us, and determined this was the most convenient way to find our target population. Our sample size ended up being 58 respondents. Out of the total potential respondents of about 117,000, we had a response rate of 0.05. It is important to note that the limitations of inferring our results due to one small sample size.
On a limited budget, we used a questionnaire distributed through Google Forms spanned over a few weeks. We were able to complete limited yet insightful research that provided data to help answer our research question. When designing the questionnaire, we wanted to sequence our questions with a funnel approach, moving from a broad purchase question to favorability and health perception questions. We chose to start with questions based on personal attitudes and beliefs, then prompted questions with a healthy food definition in mind. We took the same format from questions on favorability for the health perception questions. This juxtaposition allowed us to efficiently gain data while maintaining clarity in design. In building trust with the respondent, we held all demographic questions, some of which could be sensitive, towards the end. We aim to be concise, methodical, and strategic in the wording and arrangement of our questionnaire. We used an introductory filter question to screen respondents. We also used a healthy food definition for questions 5 through 7 to avoid misinterpretation of the words healthy food and to create a scale for analysis. We kept the survey to 13 questions, as lengthier surveys tend to have issues maintaining respondent interest. Simple language was used to maintain clarity in widely comprehensible questions, with the survey having an estimated time of completion around 3 minutes. Please refer to the complete report for a copy of the survey.
Thank you, Claire. So here are the results of our research. First, we identified that our sample purchases coffee, beverages, and donuts more frequently than the other menu items, with 94.8% of respondents selecting coffee beverages as their most purchased item and 41.4% selecting donuts, while muffins are the least purchased. The data also showed that 69% of respondents rated coffee beverages as very favorable, with cold brew and hot coffee being equally favored. A majority of responses for rating perception of healthiness for Dunkin' menu categories, as well as specific items, fell into somewhat healthy, neither healthy nor unhealthy. somewhat unhealthy, and very unhealthy. Even for possibly perceived healthy options such as the bacon avocado tomato sandwich, just 29% of our respondents gave it a somewhat healthy value and 5% gave it a very healthy value. Despite that, avocado toast and bacon avocado tomato sandwich were by far rated the healthiest perception out of the menu items, but they also had a high non-response rate on questions of favorability. When asked to rate the current menu on a scale of 1 to 5 on healthiness, 46.6% of respondents rated 3, possibly indicating a large perception of healthiness in the menu is neutral within our sample, although 24.1% and 12.1% rated the menu 2 and 1 respectively, so there is a slight skew toward an unhealthy perception. 69% of respondents rated coffee beverages as very favorable when asked to rate Dunkin' menu categories on a scale of very unfavorable to very favorable, with 8% of respondents rating coffee beverages as very healthy when asked to rate Dunkin' menu categories on a scale of very unhealthy to very healthy. When asking our respondents about their interest in a healthy diet on a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being high in interest and 1 being low in interest, we found that 39.7% of our respondents gave a 4 as an answer, meaning that they are quite interested in leading a healthier diet, and 27.6% said they were the highest level of interest, and 27.6%, excuse me, only 1.7% answered that they would not be interested. Our respondents also spanned the entirety of the US, with respondents from 24 different states. Our sample's income range was fairly evenly distributed. And lastly, many of our respondents, about 34.5%, are between the ages of 18 and 24. And we had no respondents under the age of 18, with our second largest age range of respondents, 35 to 44. And the lowest percentages were ages 65 plus, or those who preferred not to answer. A large majority of respondents were female at 86.2%, and this could possibly indicate a non-coverage or sampling error, as our results will lean heavily towards one gender than others. So unfortunately, our sampling method produced a limited sample in several facets, which require us to advise you to take any conclusions from this sample with a grain of salt. Again, you can refer back to the research report we have provided to view this data.
The data we collected provided a lot of valuable insight into our research question of whether Dunkin' should introduce a healthier product line or not. We found that the data collected in regards to favorability may resemble results from Dunkin's rebranding move from a decade ago, as coffee beverages dominated favorability in our sample. Perceived healthy options such as bacon, avocado, tomato sandwich were rated somewhat healthy by 29% of respondents, and only 5% rated it as very healthy. We did also experience a high non-response rate on questions regarding favorability, particularly on healthier options. This could be from distribution or lack of awareness or interest, but combined with our findings of high interest in healthy option, it may be wise to address this issue. Again, despite coffee beverages favorability amongst our sample, only 8% of respondents rated coffee beverages as very healthy when asked to rate Dunkin's menu categories on a scale of very unhealthy to very healthy, possibly indicating that customers do not prioritize health when purchasing items from Dunkin'. Lastly, as we mentioned before, a majority of menu categories were rated as somewhat healthier or less on our rating scale. This could indicate a low value of health in the sample or a low perception overall of healthiness in any of the menu items.
Our first recommendation is to conduct further research to understand why customers do not prioritize health when purchasing from Dunkin'. We suggest using surveys, focus groups, and interviews with customers to gather insights into their attitudes towards health and food choices. Further research with a greater sample is also recommended if statistically significant results are desired due to the limitations of our sample. Another recommendation we have is the consideration of introducing new healthier menu items that would be more appealing to customers, as it could be a strong opportunity. Specifically, it could appeal strongly to a younger to middle-aged female population aged 18 to 44. Through this effort, Dunkin' could strive to improve the overall perception of healthiness in menu items. Based on our findings, there was a lack of awareness regarding current healthy menu items. This could involve reformulating existing items to make them healthier or introducing new items that are perceived as healthier by customers. We also find that providing clear information about the nutritional content of menu items may help customers make more informed decisions. It may be useful to conduct taste tests or gather feedback from customers before introducing new items to ensure that they are all well received. Lastly, we would also recommend exploring ways to increase awareness and interest in healthier menu items. This could include in-store promotions and marketing materials focused on healthier options. We can see Dunkin's offering discounts to incentivize customers to try new menu items.
And here we have posted the link to the survey that we conducted for your convenience. Lastly, here at Future Focus Insights, we would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to our presentation. It was a pleasure to have the opportunity to share our findings and insights with your team. We look forward to working with Dunkin again. Thank you.
Thank you.